Hey guys, so I am currently back in college in my dorm. It's kind of a mess behind me right now, so I apologize. The lighting in here is also awful. Yeah, so just bear with me. So for today's video, I thought I would talk a little bit about my high school experience. So many of you may not have known this, but I actually went to an all-girls Catholic high school. Now I know what you're thinking. Ew. All-girls school. But I'm here to kind of break some of those common misconceptions about all-girls schools, and I'm going to tell you the pros and cons to going to an all-girls school. We'll start with the pros first. The nicest thing about going to an all-girls school is that no one cares. Like, no one cares. We came to school with our hair in a bun or just to put up. No one ever wore makeup. Like, I remember if you would come to school wearing makeup, you usually get made fun of, or people would be like, why are you wearing makeup? Same if like your hair was done, people were like, where are you going after this? Like, it was always assumed you were doing something after school if you were dressed up, because why would you be dressed up? So yeah, that was really nice, just that like the whole mentality of you could just kind of wear whatever. We literally rolled out of bed. We called them kilts. They were just wraparound skirts, and I would literally go to sleep. I'd put shorts on and like a t-shirt to go to sleep, and then I'd wake up in the morning and I would just literally sometimes put my skirt right over those shorts, put on a t-shirt or put on my school shirts because like we didn't have uniforms, and I was ready for the day. It was great. Another thing that was nice is, and this is also kind of I feel like a big misconception, whenever people like here, like I went to an all-girls school, they're like one of the first things they say is like, wow, there must have been so much drama. And at least in my experience, I was lucky in that there really wasn't that much drama in school. We had, obviously everyone has like their fights with their friends here and there, but I feel like at least the friend group I was in, it was really not that much drama or fighting. And when there was, we were able to resolve it pretty quickly. There were some friend groups I feel like that had a lot more drama than others, but it definitely was not as like bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, I literally thought every single girl was going to be super petty, mean, a ton of drama, and that's so far from the truth. Like, most of the girls were super sweet, super nice, and everyone, I think, genuinely cared for each other and like looked out for each other. But you had the few who were just really mean, but like I said, you just don't be friends with them, just avoid them. I mean, be nice and civil. But another thing that was really nice is, and this is one of the reasons why they promote all-girls schools a lot, is it definitely gives you a lot more confidence. I was always fine, you know, in middle school and elementary school with guys being around. I was comfortable like raising my hand, answering questions, but there were a lot of girls who would get very uncomfortable. If there were guys around, you know, they would be afraid to be like made fun of for being smart, or like afraid to ask a question, and you really don't have that in all-girls schools. At least I didn't, just because it's a lot more of a comfortable environment. I feel like girls are a lot more, well, not always, but I feel like girls can I feel like being around girls, it's a lot more of an open environment, and you feel a lot more comfortable to just kind of be yourself, because you don't feel like you have to be someone else to like impress a guy, which is really nice, because school is just about, you know, school, focusing on your schoolwork, and like, you know, okay, obviously your friends, but it's a lot more about schoolwork. While as co-ed schools, I feel like you have that thing where like, oh, I have to make sure I look cute today, so, you know, this guy thinks I look nice. And obviously it's not like that for everybody, but for some it is. And so since you don't have to worry about that, it's really nice and relaxing. Another thing, and maybe this is just my school, but we would have like random like dance parties or like singing in the cafeteria. We called it the dining hall because my school wanted to be fancy. But yeah, there was so many days where we had like a projector in our cafeteria. I remember there was like random days like during spirit weeks or just in general, like we would convince one of the teachers to let us go on there, and we had like karaoke. Like, I know for Christmas, one time around Christmas time, we had literally like Christmas karaoke where we like got a bunch of Christmas songs and were singing along. There was a lot of High School Musical sing-alongs, really basic stuff. When Zayn left One Direction, everyone was crying. Okay, not everyone. There was two types of girls. There was the girls who were crying and the girls who were making fun of the girls crying. I was one of the girls that were crying. You know, it was a sad day for me. I still remember where I was. I was leaving the lunchroom, going to chemistry because I had to take a chemistry test, and I texted my friend, and after I took my test, we met up in the second floor bathroom to cry together. Yeah, it was a sad day. Anyways, and then finally, and I feel like this is also really basic, but you genuinely have this like sisterhood bond with like everyone in your class. Like I still talk to a lot of my friends from high school. They're actually behind me. You can see some pictures. I genuinely think I will still be talking to them way off when we're all married and have our own kids and stuff, which is amazing. And even people I wasn't like super close with or friends with, I definitely, you know, still felt close to them. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like it's kind of like I joked and said, like, coming to college, I joked and was like, oh, I don't need to join a sorority because I was in a sorority for 4 years in high school. Like, it genuinely was like a big sorority. Well, that makes it sound bad, I guess, if you don't like sororities. It was just like one big, like, everyone coming together. Like, everyone felt really connected, and I feel like you don't get that as much in a public school. You know, I don't know, there was just something special about going to my school, and you just felt connected. And I've talked to several other people who have gone to all-girls schools, and they've all said the same thing. Like, you just kind of have, we joke and say, like, this sisterhood bond, but I think it's genuinely true. Like, it's a really special experience, and I will be honest, I did not want to go to an all-girls school, but I'm really glad I did, and I loved it, and I do miss it a lot. Well, I obviously don't miss, like, going to school in high school, but, like, I miss seeing my friends, and I miss that environment. It was a very welcome and opening environment, and it definitely helped to strengthen me, like, strengthen myself for college and prepare me for the real world and being confident and stuff. So, now that we've talked about all of the amazing stuff about all-girls schools, let's talk about some of the cons, because there are a few. The first big con would definitely have to be uniforms, but not what you think. I loved wearing uniforms. Wearing uniforms was one of the greatest things ever, because it was the same thing. You knew what you were going to wear when you woke up. You didn't have to spend that time in the morning or the night before figuring out, like, oh my goodness, what am I going to wear? It didn't matter. You just grabbed your kilt, grabbed your shirt, your little sweatshirt, and threw it on. And, you know, if it was cold outside, you put sweatpants underneath your kilt. It was great. I literally would roll out of bed. Sometimes I fell asleep in my uniform, I'll be honest. The con to that, though, is because I was wearing uniforms, I literally did not own any clothes. Like, I owned, like, a few, like, jeans and, like, t-shirts and stuff, or, like, nice shirts and whatnot, but I never really left my house that much, so I didn't really have cute clothes. So when I was coming to college, a lot of my friends and I were like, oh crap, we have nothing to wear in college. Thankfully, some of the money we got for college that was supposed to be sent for, like, books and stuff, I literally told my aunt, I was like, I need money for clothes for college, and so I went on, like, a little shopping spree with my mom to get, like, jeans and, like, shirts, because I literally had nothing to wear. Like, I had, like, 2 jeans. That wasn't fun. Another thing was mass. I'm not Catholic. The only reason I went to a Catholic school was for the education. The public school in my district wasn't the greatest, and my parents were lucky enough that they could send me to a private school, and so the Catholic school around us was one of the best when it came to getting a good education and preparing you for college, and so that's why I went there. Because I was not Catholic, mass was not really that fun. I mean, I went to church, but I just didn't like mass. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. So that was more like, but that's not necessarily like an all-girls school. That's more like a Catholic school thing. But the songs are pretty lit. I will say we had some lit songs. We sang this one. How did it go? It was like, Macaun, I don't know. You are Lord of Lords, you are King of Kings, you are mighty God, Lord of everything, you're Emmanuel, you're the great I am, you're the Prince of Peace, who is the, oh wait, You're my Prince of Peace, and I will live my life for you. That was a good one. You know, some bops, we did sing some bops, so can't lie. But yeah, so I think there are a lot of common misconceptions about all-girls schools. Like I said, I've heard a lot of people have complained about it and said they personally hated it, but I've also heard a lot of people say that they loved it. And I was fortunate enough, like I said, to have gone to an all-girls school that was amazing, and piece of fuzz. I was really lucky to go to an all-girls school that was super nice, super welcoming, and I really loved it. I really miss it, and yeah, it's a great experience. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Would I send my child, would I send my daughter or son to an all-girls school? I don't know about all-boys schools. I don't know. So if I had a daughter, would I send her to an all-girls school? It depends. It depends on where I live and like what the all-girls school's like. If I don't want to live where I live now. A lot of my friends do, and I know a lot of my friends want to send their daughters to my school. But I think if I stayed where I was now, then I'd probably send my daughter there. But since I don't want to live here, I don't really know. But it was definitely a great experience. And if I could go back, I think I would still go to the all-girls school. I've had, like I said, a great experience. All-girls schools are great. My school, their like slogan was, "We're not an all-girls school. We're an all kinds of girls school." So I guess that'd be on a con. That was pretty cringy. We didn't have school today, and we don't have school tomorrow. I didn't have classes, so it doesn't matter. Because it's currently -7 degrees right now, but it feels like -31. Like, can you see that? -31. Like, what? It feels like -31. I did not leave the dorm at all yesterday because I didn't have class. And then we didn't have class today, so I didn't leave the dorm at all. I'm not leaving the dorm tomorrow. Yeah, it's been pretty rough, but I'm getting through. Alright, well, if you guys liked this video, then please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below. Did you think this about all-girls schools? Did you go to an all-girls school? Let me know, you know? Don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna try to make new videos every week. Who knows? I have time. I only have class on Monday and Wednesday, so I really should be able to make videos. We'll see. I don't know. I really just want to make different videos and just to get better at editing, like the editing software. I know these probably aren't going to be the greatest right now, but, you know, it'll get better. Hopefully. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Have a great life. And hopefully, I'll see you next week. Goodbye. If that was blurry, like the other video, I may cry. Like, I may cry. So, just pray for me.